Triumph. Something that an artist wants us to feel as they sit down to write an album, as they string together those songs from beginning, middle to end, and they build up to that grand finale, and as you see that last firework go off and hit, triumph reads in the sky. The victory over all obstacles. To me, that's what this album should have been called. But instead, we got the Carter 5, an album that is a sequel to the very lackluster Carter 4. This album has only been out for a very short amount of time, but it is definitely one of the best albums to come out in 2018. It is one of the best Lil Wayne albums to come out for the better part of 10 years. Wayne has definitely harkened back to the times of the Carter 2 and 3 with this album. This album starts off with a very tearful opening from his mother, saying that she's very grateful to have Wayne in her life, to have had the ability to raise a child and have him become successful. She's living vicariously through his success, and people continue to ask her when the album's coming out, and although she doesn't know, she's still very joyful that through all these things that he's dealt with and through all the things that she's dealt with in her life, he's still happy and he still makes sure that she wants for nothing. If that were the case. This album starts with the song Don't Cry, which features XXXTentacion. This is a very sad song. It starts off with Wayne basically saying to the fans, please don't cry. I apologize for not being here for so long. This is the me that you all know and love. This is the part of me that I am now allowed to reveal due to no strings being attached to my body. He had to lose a life just to get another life. And I think that line is beautiful. There are two instances of a throwback on this record. One being Uproar and the other being Start This Shit Off Right. Uproar sounds like a 2005 throwback, right when Swizz Beatz was at the tippity top of his hype man days. And Start This Shit Off Right sounds like a 90s song. It's very beautiful because Wayne is still wanting to experiment with music, and now that he's got the whole open range to deal with, he can do whatever he wants. So going forward, he did what he wanted to do. This all sounds like music that Wayne wanted to make. Even Let It Fly, which features Travis Scott. This song is so new age. It screams influence from Lil Wayne. But Travis definitely has his signature ad-libs and his lyrics in there. It sounds like something that could have been on Rodeo. Almost. It's a little too Astroworld, but it's still good. One of the best collaborations on this record, to me, it's a tie, mainly for the shock. Dark Side of the Moon is a shock because I knew Nicki Minaj could sing, but I didn't think she could sing that beautifully. So kudos to you, Nicki. You did a fantastic job when you're singing. The other collaboration that had me shocked like nobody's business is Mona Lisa, which features Kendrick Lamar. This sounds like the Kendrick that we knew from To Pimp a Butterfly or Good Kid, Mad City. The flow for both of them is ridiculous. The stories behind both of their verses are insane. You haven't heard anything like this. The producer himself even said if this album and let alone the song didn't come out in a year to a year and a half, I was going to release it anyway. I was going to leak it. Screw it. This needs to be heard. This is a song that needs to be heard in the hip-hop world. Many people have already listened to it and dedicated it to be a classic. They're like, this is what hip-hop is. This is the generation before, now, and after. This is what hip-hop is. To me, very good storytelling song. Very good in general. The beat and the lyrics are insane. These guys meshed so perfectly. And after Kendrick basically dedicating a small mixtape to Lil Wayne, it's even better to actually see them on the song. It's very good to see that Wayne can also go on sampled songs, like Can't Be Broken or Famous, and even, it sounds like it's a Stan-ish type of thing with Open Letter. He wanted to let the fans know that all these things that he's been dealing with, it was too much. It was almost too much for him. Can't Be Broken is almost a I'm still here, I'm bulletproof type of song. That is what it is. It's I'm bulletproof and nothing can break me. Famous is almost what it was like the first time he became that highlight of the month, that man in the spotlight, that amazing lyricist that people didn't know about but only heard of. And as they saw him rip apart a stage and put out albums left and right, it's just something that took the world by storm. Took His Time is one of the best songs on this album. All that Wayne talked about on this song was, Mama said God took his time when he made me. All in all, this song is a very good picture of what it's like to dedicate a song to a loved one, dedicate a song to a parent, but also keep in mind that the love that they have for you can also reflect in yourself. You are your own sunshine in those days. And then the last two songs I want to talk about are Used To and Let It All Work Out. Used To, that's the Lil Wayne that we all know. I think that's all I really need to say on that song, but that's the Lil Wayne that we used to know. It's just, his flow is just da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh man, it's great. And then Let It All Work Out is what it was like to be Wayne when those issues were setting and it seemed like it wasn't going to end. But he kept hearing, let it all work out. Let it all work out. And then he actually goes into a bit of an introspective moment where he talks about almost killing himself with his mother's handgun, with facing towards his heart. God gave him a second chance, and then he let it all work out. Triumph. That is what Lil Wayne talks about with this record. This is one of his best albums to date, and this is one of the best albums to come out this year. If you want to listen to a very introspective album upon lyricism and storytelling, go ahead, give this a listen. I highly recommend it. I think that's all that I have to say on this record. Thank you everybody for stopping by. My name is Ethan, otherwise known as Two-Face. This is episode 47 of Claws, and I'm very pleased to have reviewed this record. Next week, I plan to review the brand new T.I. album, Dime Trap. Hopefully it's good. I haven't listened to it yet. But I will see you guys next week. Enjoy your weekend. Stay selfish. Peace.